Hi gang, welcome back to the Ornery Latina ever. Bill and I are having some tech difficulties, but we're working through it today. It's Friday, yay! Anyway, my last video blooper was so funny. We need to have like a series of our bloopers so that you guys can see some of the things that go behind the scenes, because it's pretty funny. I had like a total brain fart, and he's like doing these like hand signals behind the camera. Because I was trying to talk about like the next book I'm going to buy, which like I don't want to buy too many books because I don't want to like jinx it, because I will never get around to all of them. So I like have to tell myself, okay, Dee, you have to finish this one book before you get the next book. So I'm almost done with Ainsley. Sorry, I got your name all screwed up. Earhart, I think that's right, Ainsley. Anyway, hers is really good, and then I'm waiting. And my next book is going to be by the Weather Girl, and I got her name wrong because there's a Janice Dean, but anyway, it's Dean. Anyway, and I got it because he was behind the camera. It was so funny. He's like doing the letter D, and I'm like, what? You know, and it so happened that the tape just cut out because I was like screwing up so badly that it was just nature's way of like just ending it all and putting me out of my own misery, because I was like, we can't do this. But anyway, we can, and we will, and we're getting it done. But anyway, I'm that girl on the golf course, you guys, with the bucket of balls, and I'm hitting buckets and buckets and buckets of balls, but I can never get myself in the game. I can't do it because I'm afraid of failing. Well, same here with my book. For 10 years I've been working on a book, and I understand like people get too busy and they put it off or they procrastinate, but me, like I'm so dyslexic, I'm thinking like people are gonna read this and say, no way. And Bill's like, Dee, just let me edit the damn book and we can just get it out there. And I'm like, no, I want to do it. But like, I leave it to my own accord, we'll never get it done because it'll never be perfect. And if I can't do it perfect, I can't do anything. And it's like, so in the meantime, I'm still buying books, and people are sending me their autographed books, and they are collecting in my bookshelves, and I'm like sending books to my kids and everybody else. But I'm keeping the ones with the autographed signatures because they're very special to me. And like I talked to somebody, like he used to work for CBS, and he's sending me his book. I'm so like excited. I can't wait to get it. So that's like going to be in the mail. I'm going to be getting it soon. And I like, you know what? I could even like do like a book club day or whatever, and like plug all your greatest books, like my favorite books. I just like put them on my table, spread them out there, and like plug away. I love children's books. Believe it or not, I read books by little kids. I love young authors. There are some wonderful like kid books out there that I buy them. Like I'm compulsively like a book buyer. Like I'll see this cute little kid and they're like, I wrote this book, and I'm like, oh my god, that's so awesome. And like, you know what, some of these kid authors are even like just so freaking amazing. They're even better than the adults. Like this little girl that was plugging her book, and I bought it thinking I'd have a grandkid, but I don't. I don't have any grandkids. I just have kitties. So I read the book, and I'm like, well, someday I'll have it here in my bookcase, and if I become a grandma, that I'll read it to my grandkids. If not, I will read it to somebody else's kids. But someday, one day or another, some kid will walk through my place and I'll be reading that book. But with that said, I want to talk about the presidential race. I'm so excited that Joe Biden put his hat in. And the reason is that he's the only Democrat that is worth a damn. And you know what? A lot of people like get down on him and everything, but like he has my mom's birthday and my Uncle Joey's birthday. Like, okay, let me explain this, Joe. My mom was born on November 19th. My Uncle Joey was born on November 20th. So we always celebrated it that way, but that really wasn't the case. My grandmother had so many kids that she mixed up Uncle Joey and my mom's birthday. So my mom was November 20th. My Uncle Joey was November 19th. But then like, she's like, well, I'm not sure. And I'm like, well, who is what? I mean, don't you have the birth certificates? And she's like, the birth certificates may be wrong. And I'm like, what? But anyway, long story short, my mom and my Uncle Joey share that November 19th, November 20th birthday. So I Googled, what astrological sign is Joe Biden? And when it showed up, his birthday was that time, I said, this mother effing race is going to be interesting. Because if you knew anything about my mother and my Uncle Joey, these are the two most batshit craziest people on earth. They are so freaking colorful and funny, and I'm like so elated that we have somebody so like awesome on the Democratic side, because all these other people are fucking retarded. I mean, like, I thought Joe Biden was kind of retarded and slow and everything, but like, he's actually funny. Like, he was at this thing, a rally, and people were booing him over something, and he didn't put up with that shit. He's, oh, well, you know, they'll like lock you up like that, you know. And he was talking about like slavery or something to a bunch of black people, and they were booing him about it. And then he's all, but be careful, they'll lock you up. But he was joking around, and his joking around could be taken really offensively. But you know what? He is a Scorpio, like my Uncle Joey, like my mom, and like me. And so he's not doing that stuff to be offensive. He's just freaking funny. And sometimes the comedy isn't real like comedy. It's just that Scorpio humor. Like, we just are naturally that way. Like, so okay, all right, they say he gropes kids or rubs their faces. If you knew my Uncle Joey, that's how he kind of is. And my mom, she'll like hug everybody. They're very affectionate people. Not to like excuse Creepy Joe for his creepy behavior, because this is a Latina thing, or Latino thing, but you know, my family is very affectionate. Like, when I go there to go to a family event, everybody like hugs everybody. They grope, they basically grope you, and they leave their kiss marks all over your face. And then you get these flashes of cameras. It's like paparazzi. You think you're famous or something. You're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. But you know, that's just our culture. And so maybe, I don't know, maybe he's a secret Puerto Rican. I don't know. Maybe he hangs out with a lot of Puerto Ricans. I don't know. But like, you know, before you judge somebody, you gotta look at the whole person. And when I look at him compared to his party, he looks actually pretty damn good. I used to think that Joe Biden was batshit crazy, and now he's the only normal one out of the whole group, you know? And then they all hate him, so it's like, whoa, man, like, he's the only decent thing in the Democratic Party. You got the Cortez chick that just wants to, like, go George Jetson on us and give free everything to everybody, you know, basically doesn't really want to do shit for anything, and you know, this makes weird videos of herself crouched down in her bathroom drinking wine. Hey, I can do that, bitch. You know, and like, you know, I can. And I wouldn't even dream about running for Congress. You know, I really wouldn't. But anyway, Joe Biden is like, you know, like, he's like my Uncle Joey and my mom all blended into one, basically. But not like to have any favor on him because he's a Scorpio, just maybe a little bit. But Scorpio men, don't underestimate them, because he will give Trump a run for his money if he gets through the primary. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And you know what? That would be a good run for his money, because you know what? I think that we need competition, because you know what? Trump against all those other people, he would just blow them out of the water. Who's that chick? Harris? Camellia? Cordilla, whatever, Kakia, I don't know, something with a C, Cruella, Harris. Anyway, she just thinks she's so like it because she like listened to a little rap in the 80s. Like, I listened to rap, you know, I know Snoop Dogg, and I know like all those guys. I was listening to rap before it was on the radio. I had my own little rap CDs, and I would be driving down to pick my kids up from school, and the cows would be coming into the pasture, and we would have the rap tunes on, and the little cows would bounce to the lyrics, you know, and the kids are like, man, that Snoop Dogg is one dirty dog, and he'd be dropping his F-bombs, and I had 6 and 7 year olds in the back seat, you know, listening to that shit. But anyway, you know, I don't listen to that crap anymore, but back in the day I did. So anyway, it's not good when your kids actually like become ghetto and think that they're all that because they listen to some rap crap growing up. I probably was a bad parent. With that said, though, don't be dissing on the Joe, you know, because I'll tell you, he's going to give us a lot of good comedy. You'll see. And we need to have humor out there. You know, when we have these presidential elections, one thing that is really going to go in our favor is that Joe has a history of doing some colorful and funny things, and all that history is going to come right out in the open, and it's going to be a lot of fun, and we'll have a lot of fun making fun of him. And with that said, you know, Yeah, you know, to win, and because you know what, we need 4 more years, because you know what, Barack Obama got 8, and we need 8 plus another 8. And I don't know who we're going to get to take after that, you know, who's going to be bold enough to take over where Trump left off, because you know what, it takes a special kind of person to be president nowadays. With that said, you guys have a blessed Friday. God bless.